as we are coming to close on our first day at NYSCATE 2025. My name is Matthew Joseph. I'm one of the co-hosts of the Stronger Together podcast, and we are thrilled. We've been here all day. We've mixed in some podcasts. We have some great viewers on there. We've had some sessions, some time at the tech booth. It's been a great day. Rob, how's your day going?
Today's been absolutely wonderful. This is one of my favorite conferences. Everybody's just so nice, happy, and it's been a long day. We spent a lot of time together, but I always enjoy that.
No, it's funny you say that. And teachers, you can relate. Where it's somebody will say, "Oh, what did you do? Just hang out at the conference all day?" What could you do? Well, we've been on since 7 o'clock. I left the room. I wheeled all the stuff down here, and now we're coming up on 4 o'clock. We've been doing it all day. It's been a lot of fun. And talking about going all day, really going multiple days. I know myself and our next guest were also here probably Friday night, and then all day Saturday at Tech and Learning, and now at NYSCATE 2025. But before we call her in, it has been a great day, and that's all because of our partnership with Tech. So, Rob, tell us a little bit about booth 500 and 501. Make sure to stop up there either tonight, tomorrow, or Tuesday. What are they going to experience?
So we got a bunch of educators up there working for the company that are looking forward to having conversations with teachers, district admins, or anybody that wants to just come up and talk to us about ways that we can help out the students and your population.
Awesome. So I'm thrilled to welcome someone I just met and had a great time and look forward to learning from her work and learning from some of the things that she's been doing. Lynn Girolamo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Matt and Rob. Thanks so much for having me on this.
So for those who, like me, just got a chance to meet you, talk about who you are, talk about your work, and kind of your journey in education.
Yeah, so I've been an educator for 27 years in the Greece Central School District, which is a suburb of Rochester, New York. And throughout that time, I was a classroom teacher, a math interventionist, an instructional coach, teacher leader, and for the last 10 years, I've been in instructional tech as a digital learning and innovation coach. I also am an adjunct professor at Roberts Wesleyan University, helping our pre-service teachers get into the profession. And I also do consultant work on the side for districts who don't have folks like me in their district to help them get started with a variety of things.
So how long been at NYSCATE?
I think this is my 8th year. I started presenting in 2018, so it's been quite a while, and I've really enjoyed it. Being over here to Turning Stone, it's been a really nice venue.
So you've done a lot of hats in your educational career. Any one favorite?
Wow, that's a hard question. All of them have, really excellent ways that I love working with teachers and with students. In my current role, I love that I can combine a lot of that. So, when we talk about instruction, we talk about behavior, we talk about growth mindset, and just, a whole gamut of things. And I think I'm so excited when I'm working with teachers and teaching them something new that they haven't tried before. So, all of that together, hard to say any one thing was really a favorite.
That's a good answer. It's like saying, what's your favorite kid? It's tricky. But so do you have any specials? We can go favorite, maybe NYSCATE moments. Have you had one that really stands out to you that you're like, this is one that I remember and often go back to when I think about NYSCATE?
So we love the App Smackdown. We have a friend of ours, Rich Closey, who's been doing that for quite a while. And the App Smackdown is just a fun way to get to know some new tools, a healthy competition among friends. We've actually brought that back to our district, and we do a little bit of an App Smackdown in some ways in some of our meetings. So that's been fun.
So you do have a session coming up here at NYSCATE. You said you've been presenting since 2018. Keep that streak going tomorrow, November 24th at 10:45. Beyond the Band, equipping students for balanced tech life. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so back in 2018, I started presenting about being a media mentor. It was really in the very beginning stages of when we were starting to learn about the research around social media use and smartphone use with kids. And honestly, at that time, a lot of folks in the education sphere really weren't paying attention to that idea. And so it's been interesting as an evolution over the years. I've really kind of touched upon the same idea, and I've kind of grown that more about digital wellness, which is the positive, healthy, intentional pursuit of a positive relationship with technology. So this year, New York State has a bell-to-bell cell phone ban in all of our schools, and I think even more so now, digital wellness is even more important because the phones might be away, but students are really still wanting and needing to build skills around how to just balance tech in our lives. And as adults, we need to really be thinking about how to help students with that.
Yeah, it's a little scary when the reaction is let's ban it as opposed to let's explore ways to make it effective and a positive experience. So it definitely is a challenge.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think ban and restrict is one approach, but we also are in the business of education. So we need to educate and guide and discuss and build those skills. So there's a balance that we need between the two, for sure.
So in the work that you're doing, when you look forward, what are some trends that you see coming down the pike that we can be prepared for, or even just be aware of?
Yeah, I think certainly AI is the big trend, but I think in terms of students, offloading too much cognitive, engagement to AI is an important consideration for us to think about, as well as the relationship and AI companions are a new trend among students. I want to say it's like 70 some percent of teens are using AI companions for relationships. So we really need to be thinking about, we can't wait 10 years like we did with social media to be like, oh, look what happened. Maybe we should, put some guardrails in there, or at least have more open and honest conversations with kids about the use of these tools, and give them awareness. There was a time when I was sharing with a 12th grader how Instagram is making money off of her eyeballs. And she was like really angry. It was the first time she'd ever heard this, and she was in 12th grade. And she just like left being so angry about it and really thoughtful about like, what does this mean now when I'm spending 2 hours just scrolling on Instagram? And so kids want to know and understand the science behind it. And really, we want them to build better tech. So, let's get them in on the underground, like lift the hood up and really understand what's going on, both with AI and, social media, smartphone use, and all of that.
Hey, what's going on? We're good. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah. That's all right.
That's what I love about the live. It's great. Yeah.
That's how schools are. You have one of your former students walk by, they're gonna be like, "Hey, Gene, what's up?" And that's just how you have to roll with it. So for some you've been a veteran of Dicey, what are some things you would tell newbies?
That's a great question. One of the things that I always do is I look for presenters that are really dynamic that I love to listen to, regardless of what they're talking about. So I definitely look for that as well as content. And then I also say, like, go with a buddy, because I think when you're with other people, you really can turn to them and be like, oh my gosh, I have a great idea. And, I missed that. Did you get what they were doing? So I think when you go with a buddy, you can either divide and conquer, which is a great strategy, or you can go together to things and really kind of partner up, what you're learning and growing from that.
So for today's last podcast live of the Stronger Together podcast, I'm going to ask you a question. When you hear the term Stronger Together, first thing that comes to your mind?
Well, it's probably already been said, because I think in education, we are stronger together. We cannot do this profession alone. It is it can be an isolating profession. You can close your door and just, tune everything else out, but you're not going to really grow and learn along with your students when you do that. So I say, in all of the hats that I've worn over the years, I think I've really found the most benefit from when you're open to sharing and listening and growing in perspectives, and then bringing that back to your classroom as well, right? So that students understand we're stronger together as well.
Awesome. Well, Lynn, it was great to connect with you at Tech and Learning. What do you think of Tech and Learning?
Yeah, it was a great conference. I was really glad that I signed up for that and got to network. It was a very intimate setting, which I really enjoyed. It was a great way to start the conference in a nice, intimate way. So really enjoyed it. Definitely I'll be looking for those in the future.
Awesome. I look forward to connecting and collaborating going forward, learning from your work. Thanks for taking some time to spend it with Rob and I this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
And for all of you out there listening, watching, we'll be back tomorrow for another full day of bringing you the voices of Nice. I can't thank them, Mary, Beth, and Katie for giving us this opportunity for tech. We 500-501 for our partnership and bringing us live. And for all of you out there who make this event a great event, keep on putting yourselves out there, collaborating, and, as we said throughout the day, having some fun. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back on Monday.